Hey everyone, Brayden here. It's been about a month-ish since my last upload, and my reason for this is I waited too long to record. Anyway, in my return video, I mentioned that my Plush cinematic universe was not only going to be about Tommy and Arthur, but SML and FNaF. And with me only having 2 more videos left planned before calling it quits, I thought this would be the perfect time to talk about it. So let's get started. So when I first had the idea to create a Plush channel around early 2024, the vast majority of my planned episodes were going to be about SML characters along with my own as well. But then I started to go back to old FNaF Plush channels like FNaF Flicks, Gabe's World, stuff like that. And then I started thinking of ways to add FNaF into my universe as well. And at the time I had already been keeping an eye on a Balloon Boy plush for an affordable price. So I thought, hey, why not make an episode about Balloon Boy once I get the plush? And the more thought I put into this, I also remembered how hated Balloon Boy really is in the FNaF community. I mean, come on. Everybody hates him. I mean, I even do as well. And I had the idea to make an episode on Balloon Boy's perspective on all the criticism he receives, which is what I called Balloon Boy's Depression. The plot of this video would have Balloon Boy stealing the batteries of a night guard, and the night guard would just start swearing at him, calling him names, and making him feel like a nuisance. I mean, who wouldn't get mad at him? He's literally decreasing your chances of survival. And that causes him to have a lot of self-doubt, he hates being laughed at all the time, and it really just makes him feel worthless. And then Withered Foxy catches wind of this and goes to ask him what's wrong. BB talks about how he'll always be a hated animatronic in the pizzeria and that he should have never existed. And this is where Foxy gives the main moral of what the video is going to be. Just because someone has a negative view on you doesn't mean you can't have a positive view on yourself. And here is something I wrote for the script of the episode back in April of 2024. They may say mean things, and sometimes they're right. There could be something you're doing wrong that you need to change. But hating yourself makes you suffer so much, it blocks out the people who care about you and the opportunities you have to change. But it's your journey, Balloon Boy. You can decide how you want your life to go. And with Foxy's support, Balloon Boy was able to get out of his negative mindset and continues to be an annoying While I loved this episode concept, it kind of felt out of place, especially with SML being the main factor of my videos. But with how bad I really wanted it to fit in, I came up with more FNaF-themed plush video ideas, which would specifically take place in the FNaF 2 Pizzeria, where Balloon Boy is. The pilot episode, Jeremy's First Day, would follow a 16-year-old Jeremy Fitzgerald finishing his junior year of high school and leaving for summer break. But at some point, his car rams into Mr. Goodman's car, and in order to pay for all the damage, Jeremy is forced to get a summer job, which would eventually land him to the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. And yes, this was based off the car accident scene in Good Burger. During his first shift, the animatronics try and enter the office to see who he is. But this confuses Jeremy into believing that the animatronics are trying to kill him. And once they actually reach him, it's revealed that the animatronics aren't actually hostile, they were just trying to see who the new guard was. And this leads to Jeremy befriending all the animatronics and finding a summer job better than any other plans he had. Some of the episode ideas I had following this would be Toy Chica Loses Her Beak, Mango's Day Out, Toy Freddy's Raging Problem, and one of my favorite episodes, The Golden One, which was an episode introducing Withered Golden Freddy into the series. Alright, now let's talk about why this was cancelled in the first place. The thing that made this so difficult was buying all the plushies in the first place. I had to buy the main 3 toy animatronics, Balloon Boy, the puppet, and the withered animatronics. Luckily, I already had a Mango plush from YouTube's though. And the Funko plushies had really big prices with how old they were. And hey, they're probably even more expensive with Funko losing their plushie license. I mean, exclusively for FNaF. And this really worried me because I didn't want to use any bootlegs. Like this. Or this. Or this. And I decided to go to the X Mart for their withered plushies since their prices weren't so high. but they were already starting to get into legal trouble with Scott Cawthon, and their website didn't have anything. So I first purchased a Withered Foxy X-Mart plush at Walmart, but instead of it looking like this, it looked more like this. X-Mart didn't have anything on their website at the time, and Walmart was giving me bootlegs. So then I turned to U2's for their Withered plushies. But $40 each, it just felt too much for me, so you know what I said? Screw it, we're scrapping the Withereds. But buying the toy animatronics was also going to be hell. So you know what I said again? Screw it, no toy animatronics, just Balloon Boy, Mangle, and the puppet. But then I looked back on how much I was really cutting off, and how I wouldn't be able to make this into the series I wanted it to be. So for the final time, I said screw it, no FNaF series. This entire channel will be dedicated to Tommy, Arthur, and some SML characters too. And we all know how that turned out. When writing the script for this video, it really made me want to go back and try again. But honestly, I don't think I can. At best, I could try making the series in SFM, but that will take time and skill to make the episodes. But like I said, someday once I'm finished with school and I have much more money and time, I could return to the channel and continue where we left off. I would want nothing more than to go back to this spin-off series I had as well, and really make it a cinematic universe like I wanted to be so long ago. Thank you all so much for watching, and Tommy will be seeing you guys for one more video before this channel will go dark once again. Goodbye.